Hey, this is Nick Diobertis here, teaching you financial modeling. And today we're going to talk about the lab exercises for the segment of the course on the depth of a financial model, focusing on extending a simple retirement model in Excel. So there's just one lab exercise here to go along with this lecture. And so that is then extending even a little bit further beyond what we built out in the prior video of this dynamic salary retirement model. So I would highly recommend that you follow along with the previous videos and you build that all out yourself following the video. And then you can continue to add on that with this lab exercise. You can also, download the existing one and work off of that for this. If the initial exercise was that basic for you that you don't feel that you need to go through that, but either way that you want to go on this. And so the main focus here is that the new calculation that we're going to do here is pretty straightforward. Here it's just, instead of saying that there's we need $1.5 million, where did that number come from? We don't know, we just need that much. Instead it's now we want to spend a certain amount of cash each year in retirement. That's going to become an input, and we're going to live for a certain number of years in retirement. So then, considering those numbers, how long or how much money then do you need to retire, and working that into the model such that everything flows through. Now desired cash is no longer an input to the model, but it's actually an intermediate output of the model. So this exercise is mostly about just being able to take an existing model and extend it and have everything flow through without breaking anything, and keeping everything organized. So one nice hint here that will help you out with this is that right now you have desired cash as an input. You want it to become an output, but you want everything to stay linked together. You don't want to have to redo how we're ultimately determining the year that they retire. That part should still work the same, even if now desired cash becomes a calculated value rather than an inputted value. So the way that you can move that over is if you actually cut the cell which has that. So that's Control X on Windows, Command X on Mac, and then you paste it somewhere else. That will move the cell and move also all the references to that cell. So you can move the cell and have the model work exactly like it did before, because all the references move at the same time. So that allows you to then move that cell from the inputs to the outputs for your organizational purposes very easily. And then from there, you can then actually change it so that instead of just inputting that value, it's the result of doing a calculation. So then you're able to easily, not really have to change anything in the existing model. It will all just keep working. You just then add on this part to do this additional calculation to determine the desired cash. So that's the idea behind the lab exercise. So please work on that and complete that this week, and then we will also be having a lab session where you can work on that and ask questions as well. So that concludes our segment on the depth of a financial model and focusing on Excel. And the next segment, we're going to be looking at some basics in Python so that we can work up to implementing the same model in Python as well. So thanks for listening, and see you next time.